Hello. The Conservative Rochford District Councillors have demonstrated that they don't care what you think, want or need. When they asked the community what we thought about their plans to build flats and houses on the Civic Suite site, we responded with a 90% objection. And did they listen? No. The Conservative Rochford District Councillors immediately put their planning application in to build flats and houses on the Civic Suite site. So they don't listen. They don't care what we think, want or need. This was just a going through the motions, an illusion of democracy, if you will. And yet they say they listen. You remember the infamous leaflet the Conservatives handed around during the last local elections where they said, Conservatives listen on the Mill Hall. And they said they have paused the plans waiting for a review. Well, this was a lie. They were lying to you, the voter, to manipulate you to think, oh, well, the Conservatives are listening about the Mill Hall, so we can carry on and vote Conservative and the Mill Hall will be safe. Well, no, this was a lie to manipulate you. Are you fine with that? As a Conservative voter, are you happy to be manipulated? This is an outrage, and what they've done with the Civic Suite is an outrage. Despite our 90% objection, despite the Rayleigh Town Council objecting, the Conservative Rochford District Councillors have pushed through these plans with the Conservative Planning Committee. So they don't care. They don't care. They want to. This goes through to the actual insanity of their plans. Their asset community plans, whatever they're calling it. They want to continue building more and more flats, as you would have seen. There's flats going up behind M&S. There's flats going up behind Superdrug. Everywhere you look, there's flats and houses getting built all over the place. Every public space or place is not safe because they just want to build more and more flats on them. So they want to increase the size of the local population, but in their wishes to demolish our one venue, the Mill Hall venue, they want to decrease the facilities. So a rise in population, but a decrease in the facilities for that population. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But there you go. That's what you get if you vote Conservative on the 5th of May, this Thursday. You will be voting in favour of demolishing our Mill Hall venue. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but just be aware, if you vote Conservative, you will be voting for the destruction of our one venue, the Mill Hall. You'll be voting for yet more flats all over the place. No public space or place is safe. Because it's worth remembering why they want to demolish our Mill Hall, why they want to get their hands on the Civic Suite land and flog it off to their property developer chums. It's because they want to build themselves plush new offices in Rochford. I mean, the Rochford District Council already have offices in Rayleigh, but I'm presuming they want to move it to Rochford because the roads are so bad in Rayleigh because of all the constant building of flats and houses that they want to move the operations to Rochford, where maybe the traffic's a bit better. I don't know. But that's the thing. It's nothing to do with what the community wants or needs. It's to do with the Conservative Rochford District Councillors wanting to build themselves plush new offices. That's what you get. That's what you get. This is what you're voting for on the 5th of May, this Thursday. Please go out and vote. If you don't get out and vote, that's the same as voting Conservative, because Conservative supporters always vote. So if you're against the plans to demolish our Mill Hall and replace it with a small unsuitable hall, then you must vote on the 5th. The Mill Hall currently stands empty, unused. Why? We're coming out of the pandemic. There's been the elderly and vulnerable have been horrendously isolated during the pandemic. Now they should be allowed to come out and enjoy our facilities, enjoy the Mill Hall venue, which is large enough for people to meet safely inside. Yet the Mill Hall is closed. It's mothballed. The Conservative Rochford District Councillors want to mothball our Mill Hall venue. Why? If they've said, oh, they're still considering refurbishment. Yeah, really? If they are, why isn't it opened? Why has the Mill Hall not been reopened? There's only one reason why the Conservative Rochford District Councillors have not reopened the Mill Hall, and that's this. They are weaponising that isolation and loneliness felt by the elderly and vulnerable who use the Mill Hall in the hope that the community will be so desperate And if we're deprived enough and starved of our one venue facility, that if they do that for long enough, we'll just be grateful to accept anything. We will accept their plans to build a small, unsuitable hall because we'll be so desperate for a venue. The elderly and vulnerable will be so desperate for a venue to get out and socialise that they will accept anything. This is an absolute outrage. So the Mill Hall needs to be reopened now, immediately. There's no reason not to. So the fact that the Conservative Rochford District Councillors want to keep it closed is an absolute disgrace. So reopen the Mill Hall now. So yes, I think I've said pretty much what I wanted to say. So yeah, they demonstrated they don't listen. And if you look at the leaflets you would have received from the Conservative candidates for this election, they all want to destroy our Mill Hall venue and replace it with a small hall. They say, oh, we want to give something to the community that's sustainable, modern, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, we've already got a venue. We've got one venue in Rayleigh, and that's the Mill Hall. If we lose that, we're never going to get it back again. Having a small hall is not the same as having a large venue, which could bring so much business to Rayleigh. But the Conservative Rochford District Councillors can't be bothered with it. That's why they want to get rid of it. Apart from they want to get their hands on the land and sell it off to their property developer chums, they just can't be bothered to look after our Mill Hall venue properly and use it properly, because they just can't be bothered. That's why it was lumped in with sports facilities and sports centres with Fusion, because they can't be bothered to deal with it. Well, give it to us. Give it to I say give it to us. It's ours anyway. We own it. But Rayleigh Town Council should take it over. Someone should. I don't know. We'll find a way. But anyway, we need to get the Mill Hall opened and used to its what's the word I'm looking for? Its potential. Use it to its full potential, because it could be so great for the whole of Rayleigh and the surrounding area. So please vote this Thursday on the 5th of May. Vote for someone who is going to save our Mill Hall venue. If you vote Conservative, I'm not telling you who to vote for, but if you vote Conservative, we will lose our Mill Hall venue because they all want to demolish it. It's worth remembering that 20% of funding for the Conservatives comes from property developers. So make of that what you will. But if you vote Conservative this Thursday, we will lose our Mill Hall. So vote for someone who wants to protect it. There's the Lib Dem councillors, there's a lot of independents, all wanting to save our Mill Hall. So vote on the 5th of May, vote to save our Mill Hall. Thank you.